Welcome student in today's lecture. In this lecture we will see the classification of the plant group Bryophyta. So this the division Bryophyta, okay, division Bryophyta, it is divided into the three classes. Three classes, what are those? The first class is class Hepatic. Okay, first one it is Hepatic. Then second class, it is the class Anthocerote. And the third class, it is the class Musci, Musci, Musci. Okay, so these are the three main classes. Then under this Hepatic, the group, okay, group liverwort, it is included. Okay, liverwort, it is included under this the class Hepatic. See, what are the examples included under this class Hepatic? The examples, the Riccia, okay, Riccia, it is the one well-known member. It is included under the this group liverwort, which are placed under the class Hepatic. Okay. Then one more member, it is Markensia. Okay, Markensia. This Markensia, it is also belongs to the class Hepatic. So what is the characteristic feature of this liverwort? Because the thallus, in case of the Riccia, okay, in case of the Riccia and the Markensia, the thallus, it is dorsi-ventrally flattened thallus. Okay, they are dorsi-ventrally flattened thallus. The dorsal side of this thallus or this plant body means the side which are faces toward the sunlight. Okay, side which are faces toward the sunlight, that dorsal side, it is totally green in color, in the sense okay, in the sense they are green in color, in the sense they are photosynthetic. Okay, they are photosynthetic, they take part in process of photosynthesis. And toward the ventral side, means side faces towards the soil surface, they show the presence of a such a type of the rhizoids. Okay, just we have seen in previous lecture what is the characteristic feature of the rhizoids and what type of the rhizoids. In this, that rhizoids, they are the unicellular rhizoids. Okay, unicellular rhizoids. It is reported in this the uh, class Hepatic. Okay. Uh, then no doubt this green portion, okay, green portion, they are photosynthetic one, they take part in process of photosynthesis. And remember, in this Hepatic, these sex organs, okay, sex organs, they are situated, means the male and female sex organ, means Antheridia and Archegonia, the male and female sex organ, they are situated all over its dorsal side. Okay, all over its dorsal side. So this is the characteristic feature of the class Hepatic under the division Bryophyta. The plant body is totally dorsiventrally flattened, so you have to remember. Then the next thing is the next class, it is class Anthocerote. So under this Anthocerote, the group, which group it is included under the class Anthocerote? Hornworts. Okay, hornwort, it is included. Group hornwort, it is included under the class Anthocerote. Hornwort means horny sporophyte, it is seen in this case. So suppose the plant body of this example Anthoceros, okay, Anthoceros. So such a type of the plant body, it is seen in the Anthoceros. And I think the photograph of the Anthoceros, it is given in your textbook, you see there. From this thalloid plant body, a such a type of the tube-like structure it is developed. Okay, and that tube-like structure, it is called as the involucre. Okay, involucre, and from this involucre is such a type of the horny, okay, such a type of the horny sporophyte, okay, sporophyte, horny sporophyte, it is developed. Okay, horny sporophyte, it is developed means a spore bearing structure, it is developed from the thallus. So the name is given hornworts. म्हणजे जशी शिंग असतात त्या पद्धतीने हे स्पोरोफाईट हे त्या थॅलसमधून बाहेर येतं, म्हणून त्याला तसंच त्या ग्रुपला नाव दिलेलं आहे हॉर्नवर्ड्स असं तिथे नाव दिलेलं आहे. सो दिस इज वर दी Anthocero, class Anthocerote, in that the hornwort group is included. Okay, then the best example of the hornwort, it is the Anthoceros. Okay, Anthoceros. Then the next, the third and most evolved class, that is the class Musci. Okay, Musci. Under these, the all mosses. Okay, all mosses are included. The examples are the Funaria. Okay, Funaria. Then the next one, it is Polytrichum. Okay, Funaria, Polytrichum. Then the next example, it is also included, that is a sphagnum moss. Okay, sphagnum. Okay, sphagnum moss. So that this sphagnum moss, it is also included under this the class Musci. So what is the characteristic feature of this the class Musci? This class Musci, it is the most evolved. Why it is evolved? Because in the previous groups, or in this the classes like the Hepatica and Anthocerote, the plant body, it is thalloid, dorsiventrally flattened. Okay, dorsiventrally flattened, and the plant body, it is prostrate. They are attached to this moist soil surface. But in case of the mosses, or in case of the Musci, that plant body, it is erect. It is right angle to their surface. Okay, so because of this, this Musci class, it is evolved class among the plant group Bryophyta. You have to remember these. Let's see the characteristic feature of the plant body from the class Musci, that is a Funaria. Okay, I think the diagram of that Funaria, it is given in your textbook. See what is the characteristic feature of that, the Funaria moss. See student, how that plant body, it is evolved as compared to this the Hepatica and the Anthocerote. In this the Funaria, the plant body, it shows it's a type of the structure. Okay, it is having the central axis. They show the rhizoids at the base. Okay, and then that rhizoids, they are multicellular. Okay, and they show a such type of the multicellular rhizoids. Then they are having the stem-like structure. Okay, stem-like structure. Okay, stem-like structure, and that stem-like structure, it is also called as a cauloid. Okay, it is also called as a cauloid, Couloid. Okay, cauloid like structure, stem-like structure, and over that stem-like structure is such a type of the leaf-like structures are developed. Okay, leaf-like structures. It is not a true leaf. Okay, these are not a true leaf. So the leaf-like structure, such type of the leaf-like structure, it is developed over the centrally placed stem-like structure. Okay, so that structure, it is a leaf leaf-like structure. It is also called as a phylloid. Okay, phylloid. Phylloid in the sense the leaf-like structure. So such a type of the gametophytic plant body of the moss, it is seen. Okay, it is seen. It is having the rhizoid. Rhizoid means it is a root-like structure. Okay, this is root-like structure. From that root-like structure, the central axis is developed, and that central axis, it is a stem-like, but it is not a true stem. So that structure, it is called as a cauloid. And over that, the stem-like structure, what is developed? The leaf-like structure, it is developed, and that leaf-like structure, it is called as a phylloid. Then this is a gametophytic phase of the mosses or the mussae. Why it is the gametophytic phase? Because towards its apex here, the respective sex organs, they are developed. Okay, the respective sex organs means the male sex organ and the female sex organs, male or female sex organs. Suppose this is the this branch or tip of the branch, they are having the male sex organ. Then another branch, okay, there another branch, they show the presence of a such type of the female sex organ. So here they show the presence of female sex organ. So at the tip of the branches, they shows the presence of the sex organ. So because of that, this is the gametophytic phase of that the mosses. Gametophytic phase of that the mosses. Then after fertilization, when the male gamete they fuse with female gamete, okay, male gamete they fuse with female gamete, what happens, student? This sporophyte is developed, and that sporophyte they are having a such type of the structure. This is the capsule. Okay, capsule. Then this is a long seta. Okay, and the basally placed seta, they are developed from the group of that leafy appendages. It is called as a foot. Okay, it is called as the foot. So such a type of the sporophyte, it is developed after fertilization over the female branch of that bryophyte. And that sporophyte, they are having the three main parts. What are those? Foot, seta, and capsule. Okay, foot, seta, and capsule. And capsule at its maturity, they release the haploid spores. So remember, student, this sporophytic phase, we have mentioned in a previous lecture, in mossae or in the mosses, there are the two phases, sporophytic phase and the gametophytic phase. See here, in this is the sporophytic phase, and this sporophytic phase, they depend on this gametophytic phase. Okay, gametophytic phase, and this sporophytic phase, it is started after the fertilization, but they are not independent. They are depend on this the gametophytic phase in case of the bryophyte. So student, you have to remember. Then this the gametophytic phase in its beginning, they shows the two stages. Okay, this gametophytic phase in the beginning, they shows the two stages. So what are those two stages? This gametophytic phase means that gametophytic phase, they are having the root-like structure, rhizoid, stem-like structure, and leaf-like structure. So this gametophytic phase in the beginning, they shows the two stages. So what are those? That stage, the first stage, it is protonema stage, and the second stage, it is leafy stage. Okay, protonema stage and the leafy stage. So see, the first one, it is the protonema stage. So how that the protonema stage? See, the first one, it is protonema stage. Okay, protonema stage, and second one, it is the leafy stage. Okay, leafy stage. So this is the leafy stage. So this entire, it is a leafy stage. What I want to explain here, this the gametophytic plant body of the bryophyte, they show these two stages. What are those? The first stage, it is a protonema stage. So what is that protonema stage? Whatever the haploid spores release from this capsule, uh, that spores, when they come in contact with the moist and shady place, that spore, they germinate and they form the prostate green branched structure. Okay, they form a such a type of the prostate green and branched structure, and that structure, it is called as the protonema. Okay, prostate green branched structure is developed, and that structure, it is called as the protonema. So the protonema, it is developed from this spore. Okay, and it is a prostate green branched structure. It is called as a protonema stage. And remember student, this protonema stage, they show the two ways of reproduction. The first way, it is by the fragmentation, they can form the number of new gametophytic phase. Okay, and another thing is through budding. Okay, through budding, they form the new young ones. In the sense, they form the new leafy stages. So the bud which are developed at the axil, that bud, they sprout, and as such a type of the leafy stages it is developed. So suppose this is a bud, and from this bud a new leafy stages are developed. Okay, here it is a bud, and from this bud the new, okay, this is the bud, and from this bud a new leafy stages it is developed. Okay, so through budding, this protonema, they can form the number of the leafy stages. Second stage, that is the leafy stages. And the another way of reproduction, it is fragmentation, in the sense when that protonema, okay, this protonema, okay, when protonema, it is broken. Okay, it is broken. This broken portion, okay, this broken portion, they can develop the independently the new young one or the new gametophytic phase. Okay, new gametophytic phase. So this is student, the in case of the Maasai, or in case of the higher class Maasai, we have seen the various mosses, means Funaria, Polytrichum, or the sphagnum moss. In these cases, what is the structure of the gametophytic phase, and after fertilization, from the female branch of that the mosses, they develop the such type of the sporophyte. They are having the three parts: foot, okay, foot, seta, longer seta, and the capsule. Okay, and when that capsule, they produce the spores, and such a type of the spore, when they fall on the moist soil surface, then again they form a multicellular branched prostate structure, and that prostate structure, it is called as a protonema, and that protonema, they reproduce, or they produce the young one through two ways: through the fragmentation and through the budding. With the help of budding, they can give the new such type of the gametophytic stages. Same, that protonema, okay, it is formed from these spores, and the buds present over that protonema, they sprout and they form the new young ones. So at the same time, just a lower side of that buds is such a type of the rhizoids. Okay, such type of the rhizoids, they are developed. Okay, rhizoids, they are developed. Here is also a development of the rhizoids. Here is also a development of the rhizoids. So the rhizoids, they are developed. Suppose this is the protonema. Okay, suppose this is the protonema as usual. They are developed from the spore, and the suppose the bud is present here. That bud, when they sprout, then immediately just towards its lower side, such type of the rhizoids are developed. Here the bud, when it is sprout, okay, when it is sprout, then the rhizoids are developed. In the sense, from that protonema, the number of the young ones, in the sense, this such type of the new gametophytic stages, they are developed from that the protonema. So remember, this the formation of protonema, this is called as a juvenile stage of the gametophyte. Okay, it is also called as a juvenile stage. Okay, juvenile stage of the gametophyte. It is also called as a juvenile stage of the gametophyte, in the sense the young stage of that gametophyte. What is the mature stage? The mature stage, they show the presence of the rhizoid, stem-like structure and leaf-like structure. So I think you understand well what is the juvenile stage of the gametophyte in case of the mosses. Okay, so student, this was the uh, classification according to your textbook. So student, I think you understand well how the bryophyta plant groups are classified and what are the characteristic feature of the each class. So student, with this we will stop at this moment.